Are you willing to get into a startup? You want to start a business of your own? Then this is the video for you, because in this video I am mentioning 6 points which you must consider before getting into startup. So watch till the end. This is Abhishek Sengupta and welcome back. We are on with our business and takeaway series. And in this, I am mentioning the 6 point you must consider before getting into startup. Now, startup is an amazing journey. It is full of challenges, full of ups and downs. It is full of success and failures. There are many colleges which have established an e-cell, that is entrepreneurship cell, to facilitate and encourage startups. There are various startup related schemes of various governments across the globe. Now, in spite of being a buzzword, one must carefully plan before getting into it, because this will help you to understand the journey well, to plan the journey well and execute your ideas well. Now, just jumping into startup may not be the right idea. It should always be preceded by right planning, right plan of action and the right type of execution. Now, this is important because this minimizes the chances of failure. I'm not saying that it will lead to the prevention of failure, but it minimizes the chances for this. It will also make you ready to face the tough time, the difficult times in a proper way. So, let's see. So, number one is find your passion. Now, everyone cannot do everything. I cannot do everything. Similarly, you also cannot do everything. You have to first find your passion, what exactly suits you and your personality. I have already made a video on Ikigai. You can simply click on the link above and see this. Now, coming back to the topic. Now, finding the passion is quite important. It might seem that what I am liking becomes a passion. Answer is absolutely no. Whatever you like, that might be your liking, might be your hobby, but finding a passion is a different thing. You have to really do an introspection, you have to do a brainstorming for many times in order to find what exactly is your passion. If whatever you are going to start is your passion, then the answer is yes. You can go ahead with it, and if the answer is no, you have to still brainstorm once again and redefine your startup goals. You have to redefine your startup actions which exactly you are going to take. So first thing first is finding your passion. If your profession and passion becomes the same, then you must go for it. Number two is write down your plans. Now, planning is very important. Planning is defined as blueprint of future action. Benjamin Franklin has once quoted, if you fail to plan, that means you are planning to fail. Planning is a very important proposition. So if you are missing the planning, you are missing a whole chunk of a process. You cannot do a mental planning. Of course, you can do a mental brainstorming, but planning has to be on pen and paper. Now, planning is very important. There are many startup founders I have seen who miss this stage, who do not plan, just get into work. Many even give an example. In order to learn swimming, we cannot sit and plan at the shore. We have to jump into water. But business is a different game altogether. You have to make a right plan of the whole journey. You have to make the right plan of what exactly you are doing. So this helps because planning is the real guide for your actions. The planning is the real guiding lamp. It also helps to review your progress on a regular basis. It also checks the deviation, whether you are deviating from what exactly is planned, what exactly the goal is set. Any deviation can also be checked. So planning is very important. So this was point number two. Next is making a plan of action. Many get confused that planning and plan of action are the same thing, but there is a very fine line of difference. Now, planning is what is your blueprint of action. Now, plan of action is your stepwise action plan. Now, plan of action defines the series of action which you are going to take in order to achieve the goal you have planned. Now, this is also important because you cannot afford to miss this. Plan of action gives you a detailed guideline of your stepwise action. What the action you are going to take in step number 1, what is your action in step number 2, step number 3, and so on. This will help you to do your work in a very well defined manner. Now, another advantage of this plan of action comes with a time limit. This will really help you to be on toes. You can really review whether your project is delayed or if your project is on time. So this is quite important. The next point is calculating and planning finance. Now, finance is one of the pillars of business. Now, you have to plan your finance before you start. You have to plan it in details. Now, if you do this, now your business framework will become a robust one and a concrete one. Planning for finance is a specialized job. You really need to plan your income expense statement, your break even, your day-to-day expenses, your revenue model, etc. etc. But if you are not doing this, your plan remains incomplete. Financial planning takes a bigger chunk of the business planning. Now, this is important, this is indispensable. Your right planning of your finances really matters. While you're planning your finances, you should always have a plan B. There are many chances original plan which you are doing might fail because of various reasons. Some reason could be our fault, some reason could be beyond our control. So it is important to have a substitute plan in order the original plan fails. Next point is checking the legal and compliance related formalities. Now, every business in any part of the world has to follow the rules of the land. This is important. Every country, every place, every city in the globe, whichever is hosting a business, wherever the business is happening or wherever the business idea gets formed or wherever a business unit gets formed has to follow the rules of the land, because one cannot afford to miss this. Now, before you start any business or while you are planning any business, you must know what are the formalities related to this, what are the laws under which your business has to operate, and you have to simply follow it. At times, it is recommended to take an external help or a consultancy if you are not well versed with these concepts. Now, next question comes, what if you don't do this? Now, if you don't do this or if you miss, you can incur huge penalties as well as the legal actions can be taken against you. So, it is important for you to know the legal formalities and follow the compliances. Point number 6, last but not the least, get mentored. Mentoring is a very underrated concept, but let me tell you, mentorship is a blessing, it's a boon for any business owner or a startup founder. Now, who are these mentors? Mentors are the veterans of the industry. They have huge experience. Now, a startup founder can really gain from their experiences. Now, getting a mentor is important. Getting a good mentor is even more important. Now, mentorship is quite important for any kind of business, any business. The guidance of mentor can really help in the initial days of your startup. They can really handhold you and take you to the next level. They can really guide you, and most importantly, they can help you to overcome certain obstacles, and with their advice, you can really skip many difficult times in business. Many people are not aware how important is mentorship. Mentorship is really important for any business. Now the question comes, where to find mentors? The best way and easiest way to find a good mentor or to get mentorship is get into an incubation center. Now, business incubation centers are the centers which are facilitated by government, by various business agencies, or even by various corporates to facilitate or encourage the startup amongst the new generation. Now, all these incubation centers have got mentors. So here you can get a proper mentorship for your business. There are many business mentors across the world who guides the startup founders or the new startups to reach a certain level and to ease out the tough journey of entrepreneurship. So, find a mentor and get mentored. Now, these are the 6 points you must consider before getting into a startup. This will help you to overcome many obstacles. Not only that, this will also ease out your entrepreneurship journey to a huge extent. That's all for today. If you have any question, please write in the comment section below. And if you think you got a value from this episode, please like, share and subscribe this. I'll be back with many such episodes. Till then, stay tuned, stay connected, have a great day.